Today I'm going to be doing an M1 Finance Roth IRA review. I've had a Roth IRA with M1 Finance for a little over 2 years. I started by transferring a big portion of my Roth IRA from TD Ameritrade over to M1 Finance. And I currently have over $70,000 of my Roth IRA on M1 Finance. In this M1 Finance Roth IRA review video, I'll be going over the pros and cons of the platform and give my opinion on who the M1 platform would be a good fit for and who it might not be a good fit for. All this right after. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Learn to invest like a wolf at your own risk. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel, Wolves of Investing. My name is Donnie Winton and I'm the founder of Wolves of Investing. If you're new, I talk about stocks, SPACs, Bitcoin, options, and anything on my mind related to investing. If you want to learn how to achieve financial freedom through investing, be sure to click on that subscribe button and notification bell if you haven't yet. And please remember to drop a like if you enjoyed this video, as it truly helps out the channel. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so the first thing to know about M1 Finance Roth IRA is that it's geared towards fractional share investing, and of course is a commission-free brokerage. In fact, M1 Finance pioneered fractional share investing and was one of the few commission-free brokerages around when it first started. As we all know, most brokerages are commission-free these days, so that's not that big of a deal. And M1's fractional share investing feature got so popular that even Fidelity and Robinhood followed suit. Back when M1 was one of the only brokerages to offer fractional share investing, it had a really unique value proposition. However, now that Fidelity offers fractional share investing, it's not as cool as it once was. That being said, still, not all brokerages offer fractional share investing, and even though Robinhood now does, at the time of this video, Robinhood doesn't offer a Roth IRA. So, compared to the entire universe of brokerages, M1 fractional share investing capabilities are still pretty cool. So how does investing work on M1 Finance? You have to set up pies filled with the stock slices that you want to invest in. And for the purpose of this video, when I say stock, I'm talking about stocks and ETFs. You then must set a target percentage of each of the stock slices. And if you invest in that entire pie, M1 will make an investment into that pie using what's called dynamic rebalancing. So let's say you had a bunch of stock slices in your pie and you wanted to purchase $100 worth of your pie. And one of those stocks was allocated for a target of 10%. You might expect that $10 would go into that stock. But instead, M1 will invest more or less than $10 to get your stock to that target portfolio allocation of 10%. I know it seems kind of strange, but it actually works well if you want to set up your target allocations, invest on a regular basis, set it and forget about it, and make sure that none of your stocks get way out of whack from your target percentages. You can also skip that whole dynamic rebalancing altogether by turning off auto invest and by investing in the individual stock in your pie directly. So if you want to put $10 into Tesla, simply buy $10 worth of Tesla. Another key feature of M1 Finance, and whether you love it or hate it, is that investments are all market orders. There are no limit orders, and they're all executed at specific trade windows during the day. At the time I'm making this video, the trade window for regular users is at the market open, which is 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time or 6:30 a.m. Pacific Time. However, if you sign up for M1 Plus membership, which at the time of making this video cost $125 a year, you get an additional PM trading window at 3 p.m. Eastern Time or 12 p.m. Pacific Time. The fact that there are only market orders and only up to 2 trading windows per day may turn off a lot of investors, particularly if you want to do a lot of trading. However, for truly long-term buy and hold investors, this feature could be a blessing in disguise, as one of the worst mistakes that many long-term investors make is overtrading. So, depending on what camp you're in, you're either going to love or hate this feature. Another reason for this feature is to keep overall costs down for all members, which allows M1 to remain commission-free and work on adding other features to its platform. Another cool feature about M1 Finance is the ability to organize your stocks inside of pies and sub-pies. For example, I created this pie called AI Chips, and inside I added two of my favorite chip companies, AMD and Nvidia, and I allocated 50% targets to each. But of course, I can give them whatever percentage weight I want as long as it adds up to 100. And I could put a stock into multiple pies if I want. For example, I could make another pie called gaming stocks, and I can add Nvidia, AMD, or other stocks to that pie as well. In my opinion, this is a great way to organize your stocks by themes. My only problem with it is that it also adheres to the dynamic rebalancing rules. So if I want to invest a particular dollar amount into each stock, I have to go do that individually. Another feature of M1 Finance is this auto invest feature. As you can see, I have mine turned off. But if I turned it on, I could set up all or a portion of my cash to be invested according to my target allocations. And of course, the dynamic rebalancing rules would kick in. I can set a minimum cash balance such that only the cash over that balance would be auto invested. So this is a great feature for set it and forget it type of investors, but for more hands-on investors, it's not so great. Speaking of set it and forget it, you can also set up recurring deposits to your M1 account from weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, or week of the month. For example, first Friday of the month. You can also set up daily deposits by making 5 weekly transfers for each day of the week. When used in conjunction with Auto Invest, this is a feature where M1 shines, since you can invest in your entire pie at once with essentially what is dollar cost averaging. If you wanted to do this on Fidelity, at the time of this video, you'd have to make separate fractional share trades for each stock in your account, which could get tiring if you have a lot of stocks in your account. Another feature of M1 is this rebalance feature, which will buy and sell stocks in the next trade window to get your allocations back to your targets. The next thing I want to look at is the portfolio view. This portfolio view is kind of nice. You can look at your performance in these various time frames, from 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 quarter, 1 year, to all time. And all time is just from the date that you started the account. I'm filming this video in the middle of the bear market of 2022, so it makes sense that my 1-year performance is down big, pretty much in line with the rest of the stock market. I can also see my actual stock allocations alongside my target percentages. Now let's look at the activity page. The activity page shows you all of your trades. However, if you want to get a full detailed listing of your trades and export it to a CSV file, you do need to log into Apex Clearing website, which at the time of this video is apexclearing.com. For more information about that, you can contact M1's customer support team. Apex Clearing Corporation is M1's clearing firm and custodial bank. Now let's look at the holdings page. The holdings page will show you your positions, cost basis, and account value. Some things to keep in mind: M1, like other brokerages, shows you your tax cost basis. So if you're looking to use this page as a true barometer of your portfolio performance, it's not really a good page to use. And in fact, I actually have multiple Roth IRA accounts, and my lifetime deposits into all of my Roth IRAs is less than $60,000. So it doesn't make sense that my cost basis here is $68,000. So this is why I keep my own records of all my deposits and withdrawals, as well as my stock trades, so that I can truly measure my portfolio performance. As I mentioned earlier, I also started this M1 Roth IRA by making a transfer from my TD Ameritrade account. And I will say that M1 did a pretty good job of transferring my cost basis over from TD Ameritrade. The holdings page is a pretty bare bones page with a clean look. However, a few things I wish M1 would do is show the account value with my cash balance, which would make it $75,000, not $61,000 as you see here. I also wish they would add the current per share price of the stock and the 52-week high and low. If M1 added those features to this page, I think it would be pretty golden. Another thing I want to talk about with M1 Finance that's not particular to the Roth IRA is the selection of stocks and ETFs that you can buy. At the time of this video, M1 has over 3,800 stocks to choose from and over 1,800 ETFs to choose from. There are several tools here that you can use to filter for stocks. For example, by market cap, PE ratio, dividend yield, and sector. You can also research ETFs by total assets under management, dividend yield, and expense ratio. M1 purposefully tries not to add any penny stocks and other highly speculative assets, which could be a good thing if you're the type of investor that tends to lose a lot of money on those kinds of investments. The next thing I want to talk about that is also not specific to M1's Roth IRA is the inability to make limit orders. I totally get that M1 Finance is geared towards long-term buy and hold investors. And that's why market orders combined with fractional share investing should be sufficient enough. However, I do feel like limit orders or some other kind of backstop should be given. Although it's very unlikely to happen, there's always a possibility that a flash crash can happen. Again, this is highly unlikely, especially with market circuit breakers, but it's not something that I personally want to leave to chance if I had a huge position in a stock that I wanted to sell. So I do wish that M1 would give users some kind of backstop feature. And I think that the easiest way would just be to add limit orders for stock sales. Another feature I wanted to talk about in M1 Finance Roth IRA is the treatment of cash, which, as you'll see, is effectively different from the treatment of cash in M1's taxable accounts. Now, if you sign up to be an M1 Plus member, you can keep some of your cash in an interest-bearing checking account called M1 Spend Plus. At the time of this video, it's paying 2.5% APY, which is very competitive considering high-interest savings accounts are paying around 2%. Unfortunately, cash just sitting around in my M1 Finance Roth IRA doesn't get to collect this APY. In my taxable accounts, I can freely move money from my sideline cash to my M1 Spend account. But if I did this for my Roth IRA, it would be considered a withdrawal and cause me all kind of tax headaches. So in my opinion, M1 should consider paying interest on the cash that's sitting in the portfolio. And this isn't just a knock on M1 Finance, since many of the big name brokerages pay barely anything on cash in your account. However, Fidelity does pay a fairly high yield on your cash. As you can see here, Fidelity is already paying over 2.5% yield. So in my opinion, if you plan to have a significant amount of sideline cash, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table in an M1 Roth IRA, or any brokerage for that matter, that doesn't pay interest on it. But if you don't plan on having a lot of cash sitting around, this would be a non-issue. The final thing I want to mention about M1 Finance Roth IRA and how it differs from M1 Finance taxable accounts is how it treats its referral bonus. As you probably know, M1 Finance does offer a referral bonus just like Robinhood and other more modern brokerages. In a regular taxable account, you typically have to deposit $100 to receive your bonus. But if you open a Roth IRA, you'd have to deposit $500. And the bonus doesn't get added into your Roth IRA for obvious tax reasons. So you would have to have a taxable account open in order for the bonus to arrive there. And if you're interested in signing up for M1 Finance, feel free to use my referral link in the video description. Both you and I would get a reward which varies based on the type of promotion that M1 is giving at that time. Check out my referral link for more information. All right, so in summary, I think that the M1 Finance Roth IRA is good for a buy and hold, set it and forget about it type of investor who is okay with only having market orders. But for someone who likes to trade a lot and who truly values limit orders and other types of orders, M1 Finance Roth IRA would not be a good fit, in my opinion. All right, so thank you for making it to the end of my video. If you're interested in joining my free Discord to connect with other members of the Wolves of Investing community, let me know in the comment section and I'll send you an invite. So let me know what you think about M1 Finance Roth IRA. Are you planning to open an M1 Finance account? Drop me a line in the comments. Be sure to leave a like on this video before leaving. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.